You know what's weird is that this is a real thing. There's a bunch of like, there's farmers like in the world who like are very lonely and they don't have wives because all they do is work all day and go to sleep and then work more and then go to sleep and work more and that's all they do. A lot of these people resort to the, the terrible conclusion of, I guess I gotta fuck a goat now. No idea how that conclusion comes up to, but this is something that's happened for a long time in human history. Lots of huge history of farmers fucking goats. It's a long-standing thing. And I would think that at some point in time that, like, let's say you were in their position and one night you did fuck a goat. Wouldn't it be kind of awkward, like the next, even though it's not, it would still be awkward, right? It would still be awkward seeing them. I think my point is that if you did fuck a goat and it would still be awkward seeing them the next day. And then what would be the procedure? Like, what do you do? Do you make it breakfast? That feels weird. That feels weird too. Like you gotta feed it in the morning. So does it feel like you're, making it breakfast after the thing? Like that's, and then on top of that, like, is there ever a circumstance where like, because you and the goat did something like sexual, you're avoiding the goat for like a few days because you don't want to look it in the eye because that's just weird because you had this whole thing with you and the goat, and then a few days later, you're tilling some soil and the goat comes up to you and it's like, and you're like, look, Sharon, it was just a one-time thing. And the goat's like, meh. And you're like, I can't do this now, Sharon. I can't do it. This is not the time. This is not the place. And it's like, meh. And you're like, I only meant that in the moment. When I said it, I wasn't thinking. I was just in the middle of the passion. And it's like, meh. And you're like, don't look at me with that face. Don't look at me with that face. And then you like turn your back and you like walk away and they're like, meh, meh. Like I'm sure that moment has happened once in the whole human timeline of goat fucking. At some point in time, there has been a farmer who like he's asleep. He's got his wife and his kids in the other room and he's just resting or whatever, and then he gets a text on his phone and he looks down and the text just says meh. And he's like, oh God, why did I do that? I gotta stop drinking Patron. Patron's not for me, man. I gotta get another. And then, fucking however long it takes for a goat to give birth, 2, 3, whatever months later, you got a little fucking goat that comes out that's got, hooves and a goat body, and then it's got like a face that looks like Enrique Iglesias with a big afro, and your wife's like, what the fuck is this? You want to explain this to me, Tony? You want to explain? Why the fuck does this goat baby have a fucking giant afro? Who the fuck has... You have a fucking giant afro. You want to explain this shit to me, Tony? Why the fuck does this goat baby have a giant fucking afro? Have you been fucking the goats again? Have you been fucking the goats again, Tony? God damn it, I can't take this shit.